crafters, welcome into Guys Craft 2. My name is John, and it has been a crazy weekend to say the least. So, still getting a few things set up here. Sorry about that. So, hope things have been going well for you. Hope that you all have had an amazing weekend, and hoping some of you don't have to go back to work tomorrow, but who knows, right? I am actually off tomorrow. Amen. I am so excited. So that makes a made for a nice weekend, right? But I do still have to work on Tuesday, but still, it's all right. It'll be a short week overall, so I can adjust and handle that for sure. So let me get my iPad that I forgot to get set up going, and we will jump into the chat because I need my iPad, fortunately, to be able to see what's going on. So let's see where we are at. Goodness gracious. And of course, when you're running a little late, technology just goes very slow. It's amazing to me how fast I can be compared to technology that I use. There it is. Let's see. All right. Ha! Look at that. Chat's loaded and we're all good to go, guys. All right. So thanks for dropping in. My name is John. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to all the new subscribers. This weekend we hit 4,900 subscribers. So how awesome is that? Um, Humbling at the same time, but it is awesome to know that we must be doing something right if we have enough chatters joining and enough subscribers signing up. And I know I've had several comment that they joined because of the um, unboxing, right? And all the Christmas stuff, all that Vlogmas. But I will tell you what, guys, man, that's a lot of work. It's been crazy. Hey, Joydy, thank you for being here. She is number one in the chat. She is a super chatter and a bottle of rum. Look how I appreciate her. And Joydy offered, just because she's such a super lady, to be a moderator. So she is now a moderator along with Zaza. And I need to get Brian set up as well. I appreciate you guys. You have no idea what it means. I guess a sign of your channel growing is when you get your first troll, which is just crazy to me. It's like there's so much out there, so much going on, and it's like, guys, that's the best you've got to offer in life. I mean, come on. But anyways, I appreciate you all volunteering and saying that you would be moderators for me. It's just something I had never really thought about, to be honest. I kind of completely forgot about it, but we will get moving. I was able to catch Sean yesterday, which was exciting for a change. I was able to catch Shannon today. So getting around YouTube this weekend, but still not caught up with all my fellow creators that I need to be. But the good news is I got a lot of stuff done this weekend. Like, believe it or not, got all the packages to my kiddos boxed up Friday afternoon and shipped. So yeah, they're not getting them until the 28th or 30th of December, but you know what? They're in UPS's hands. Whenever they get there, they get there. And Lord have mercy. Let me tell you, for the price you pay for shipping nowadays, you would think everything's going next day air. I can't imagine what rushing a package would cost me. But anyways, they're at UPS. Hopefully, the kids will get those in the next week or so, and it just makes their Christmas last that much longer. And which, if you know me, that's so unlike me because normally I always have my packages there early. So Jody's here. Welcome in, Katrina. Thanks for being here. Merry Christmas. Balloonist down in Tucson's here. Hey, Balloonist, welcome in. Katrina says, we got home yesterday from our youngest Christmas trip. It's so hard to buy for kids. Yes, believe me, it's funny. So I started emptying out, right, to send both of my children their gifts and that. And I keep the closet here in the design studio, actually, is my Christmas closet, right? It's the gift closet. And I start unloading it yesterday, and I've got stuff for my partner, I've got stuff for my daughter, I've got stuff for my son, I got stuff for my daughter, and I'm looking, and it's like, wow, I did not have nearly, basically, even a representation of gifts for my two grandkids. It was like, I don't know. Normally, I buying bargains and that during the year and throw them in there. That didn't happen. So Amazon is saving me on their side. So those went directly. Hey, Nikki, thanks for being here and joining this afternoon. Trina says we did Nights of Lights River Tour in St. Augustine, had chocolate tasting tour at Whetstone, and then went to the Flight of Fantasy Air Museum in Legoland. She must have had an amazing time. I love St. Augustine. I love that area. I've never spent much time in Jacksonville, so I can't say that I like that, but I love St. Augustine. That just old and eclectic. Very French, I guess, area of Florida. Right, it's the oldest city in Florida and maybe the oldest city in the U.S. It's just such a fun time. I do really like it. Hey, Brian, thanks for being here and welcome in. I appreciate you being here this afternoon. I am eventually going to get caught up on chat. Y'all have been chitty chatty too. Let me see. Um, all right, so what else is going on? Oh, Russ is here. Hey, Russ. Says, hi, John. Hi, chat. Merry holidays. Just finished watching a Garfield Christmas. How cool is that? We watched a Hallmark movie last night. We've been bouncing around doing all. Oh, actually, what we watched last night was The Year Without Santa Claus, because I love the Miser Brothers, right? Code and Heat Miser. So we actually watched that last night. And yes, I donated $10 to Amazon because apparently no one is streaming that this year for free. Zaza's here. Zaza Lolita, thanks for being here. I watched Zaza yesterday. I was with Sean. She's been bouncing all around, so we definitely have to get her on our channel at some point. Um, but I can tell you what, right now, just between now and the what's going on in the rest of the world is just way too much. Who else? Russ says, lucky people off. I have to work through Christmas Eve. I understand. I took vacation tomorrow because it's my birthday. And I took vacation Friday because who wants to go back after being off 2 days? And then, of course, we've got the retreat and all that the following week. So it's just crazy how fast this year has gone and how quickly we are drawing to the end. Katrina says now she's got to clean the house. I understand that because yesterday, so my partner decided yesterday we would celebrate my birthday yesterday. Really had no clue what all he wanted to do. But he's just a great guy, right? He spoils me, takes care of me. But he had to go to the garden yesterday. I had quilt club meeting yesterday, a few things. So when I get home, I ended up I fixed lunch for us. He had cleaned around the house a little bit, and let me tell you, my house is flying right now. Uh, I am really kind of a fanatic. Everything has a place. Everything has to be in its place. We have a robotic cleaner just to make sure the floors are cleaned every other day and wear that thing out as much as we can. But because of all the movement in the house, we've had to reprogram that. So we've not really been able to use Rosie, is what we call her, to do the floors and that like we used normally do. Anyways, all that to say, after lunch, I got to open my big box, right, of gifts. And he bought me a couple of things, right? One of the coolest things he bought me was a Scooby Doo cookie jar because I'm a Scooby Doo freak. So I got a Scooby Doo cookie jar. I was so excited about that. He bought me a welcome sign that I can change out. It's a Mickey Mouse welcome sign, and I can change out all the holidays and different things. And it had a birthday one, so I put the birthday one on there for me yesterday. But the big thick box was a brand new microwave. And yes, that I guess that shows that we're two guys. I was so excited over this microwave. I have hated absolutely the last 4 years the microwave that's in this house. It works, but I don't like the way it works. I can't stand the buzzer on it. You cannot turn the buzzer off. It just didn't like anything about it. And I guess he picked up enough hearing me about how much I didn't like it to that was my present yesterday. So my big birthday present was a brand new LG microwave, which is absolutely gorgeous. And he got that mounted and on the wall for me yesterday. So I was very, very excited about that. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Jeannie's here. Ryan's here. Hey, welcome in, Ryan. Trying to go through. Guys, if I miss you, it's not on purpose, believe me. Um, Joyce is here. Hi, John in chat, she says. Welcome in, Joyce. Mama Jan's here. She says, hi, everyone. I'm here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mama Jan. Let's see who else. Julie Kuhn is here. Hey, Julie. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. So all that to say, he did work on cleaning the house a little bit yesterday. Needless to say, we didn't get the microwave up till this morning in that, but that's because Mama Jan and several of the amazing women from my quilt club surprised me yesterday with a surprise party and brought over appetizers and food in that. Stayed a couple hours. We had a really, really just a nice time. They're just such a super bunch of women, and I'm so blessed to have just have them in my life and have them to be able to contribute. And the fact that we just all get along so amazingly. So that was super, super nice yesterday. So now I understand why the partner was cleaning the house, or at least the main rooms yesterday, which apparently he was in on it. So, anyways, it was very nice. We had a good time. Zelda says, "Congrats on 4,000 subs. Thank you, thank you." You what it is crazy to think how our channel is growing. Sweet Granny's here. Welcome in. Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here. Who else? Jeannie's here. Jannie's here. Sweet Granny. Stitcher's here. Hard to buy for men, affordably, anyways. Yes. Yeah. I have noticed that as we get older, the toys just continue to get more expensive. Um, but that's okay, right? I mean, just it is what it is. I can't help that. Um, Amanda's here. Hey, Amanda, welcome in. Good to see you. Nikki bequips. My grandson is almost 13. It's hard to buy for it unless it's video game stuff. I don't like buying him gaming stuff. I get that. Because that was my son 20 years ago, right? Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Katrina says St. Augustine is the oldest city in the U.S., and it's also noted for wedding destination weddings. Look at that. Never know. Could always be another wedding in the future. You just never know. So many friends. Hi, Brian. I thought, yes, stitching life together. Yes. If you follow any of the YouTube channels and shop around here, you will absolutely make plenty of friends, and it is always fun to get on and get started. Mm. Oh, Katrina says, Mike climbed the lighthouse. I have trying to think. We've done the one at Nag's Head, but I don't remember doing the lighthouse at St. Augustine, but we did do, of course, we did the fort and a lot of that stuff. Hmm. Stitching Life says, sorry if I'm missing people. I understand. That's why I keep apologizing, guys. I'm trying to catch up and get going, but man, there's a lot of chat going on tonight. Katrina says, not me. I took pictures. Oh, look, Russ says he has the Year Without Santa Claus. Of course he does. I don't know. It's just it's one of my favorite. My favorite Christmas movie for me. It's not Christmas without watching White Christmas. I love White Christmas. I find it interesting. I mean, it's such a classic, right? But that they've never tried to redo that movie, which I can't say I'm disappointed that they haven't redone it because I love the Bing Crosby, right? And the ladies, and I love that entire movie. And it's not Christmas to me without watching it. So that is our project for Wednesday night. That we'll watch White Christmas together because my partner likes that movie as well, which is super. Which again makes him just the right partner for me. Thank you, Zaza. I am excited for my birthday tomorrow. So tomorrow, I have done the unboxing right for Missouri Star Quilt. I've done the unboxing with soft squares. Doing those daily, that's a lot to keep up with, more so than I anticipated. I started the keepsake quilting box, which I had sworn I would not buy after last year. It just doesn't resonate with me. I ended up buying the box this year because they advertised three different boxes and one being retro, and then they had it on sale on top of it. So ended up grabbing that box. I am getting behind on that box. So I am going to do one video to finish out that box just because doing the other two on a daily basis is just a lot to keep up with. So then, surprise, surprise, Bella Rose box showed up, and I was like, oh no, don't tell me I ordered four boxes. And how some of these others are ordering 20 and 25. It's like, number one, I didn't even know there was 20 different boxes out there. Number two, I couldn't begin to afford those boxes, that number of boxes. But anyways, I did buy the Bella Rose. I am going to do that tomorrow. I am going to do it live. I am doing the entire box tomorrow, all 12 gifts. If you're all able to join in, great. If not, completely understand. But it'll be recorded and you can always watch later. Landa's here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Becky's here. Hey, Becky, thanks for being here with us this afternoon. Look at her. Happy birthday to me. Thank you very, very much. Landa says, have a Tony the Tiger great day. That is awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. Jackie says, I usually buy Santa gifts for the girls. This year I gave my daughter money for Santa gifts. Started that 15 years ago when she was the oldest preemie newborn. Give them help with all the expenses. That makes a lot of sense in a lot of different ways. I think when my daughter was about 14, one year we gave her gift cards for Christmas. So we gave her like American Eagle gift cards and Old Navy gift cards and that. So she ended up getting like 150 bucks, maybe 200 bucks in gift cards. But basically, we didn't give her much of anything other than gift cards that year for Christmas. Um, she absolutely loved it because she was at that perfect age where she enjoyed shopping. And I've always enjoyed shopping. I can't say I don't. But she was ready to go at 5 a.m. on December 26th because she couldn't wait to get to the stores and spend her gift cards, which I guess was the purpose, right? But how crazy was that? And then on top of it, um, she got amazing deals, right? So she got better deals than I probably would have gotten Black Friday, and she got exactly what she wanted. So it really worked out. Zaza hates her microwave. See? So anyway, so this one's supposed to be an air fryer. It's supposed to do all this other stuff in that. So I'm kind of excited about it. Guys, if you can tell, I have been running and gunning today, so I feel like my conversation is all over the place. Hey, Ingrid, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Ingrid, or Zaza says you're nearly at 5,000. Yeah, I'm like 97 from hitting 5,000. I hoped greedily, I guess, to hit the 5,000 before the end of the year. But let's be realistic. There's not enough days left that we're going to hit gain 97 new subscribers. But you know what? I am extremely happy at the growth this channel has seen and the support that you and others have provided me. It's just amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Stitching life together, Amanda says, congrats. Thank you. Thank you very much, Amanda. Um, Katrina says, I give my oldest grocery gift certificates for Christmas. Three kids, one teen, and two pre. They can put away some food. I bet. I can only imagine. And I think that's what's important. I know a couple of years ago, I started sending my son in law like Omaha steaks every year for Christmas because he's got a Blackstone griddle and he loves to barbecue and loves to do all that kind of stuff. And knowing that they have five children, right? That um, have a better quality of meat, have a different selection, and to kind of feel spoiled at times is great. And it's funny, I'll ask, is there something else? And they're like, no, we wait all year for his birthday, whatever, to get the Omaha steaks. They like that. So now they've kind of grown a little dependent on it, I guess. Not dependent, but um, I don't know. It just resonated, right? I hit the right thing. Mm-mm. Katrina's Zaza says Korea, they're like locusts at that age. Yes. Jackie just got a new microwave. Love that it's smaller than what my daughter left for me. Only thing I'm not crazy about is the required child safety, right? It's just so all the safety stuff, guys, gets on my nerves at times. It's just amazing. It's like I know how to open a pill bottle. I know how to do that. It's like it really makes me wonder how I ever grew up without all these special safety features and how my children grew up without half these like we knew not to put a kid under a garage door. It was like, really? It's just it's so scary nowadays. But I also knew not to put a cup of McDonald's coffee between my legs because the coffee was hot. And I didn't need them to write on their caution hot coffee. Um, sorry, that was a little soapbox, wasn't it? Oh, look, Jordy got invited to a wedding in St. Augustine. I bet that is, yeah, she says, worst time to fly. I can only imagine. Zaza says, I'm really glad that shipping and taxes makes them too expensive, all the boxes. Yes. I will say, I watched Tasha yesterday unbox Adam Sows. I did not realize Adam Sows did a box. And, who doesn't love Adam, right? He's cute. He's got the right personality. He is so amazingly talented. And so I was watching her do his unboxing. I have to say, I was disappointed in what was in there. He had some neat Tula stuff and a few things I hadn't seen in that, but it wasn't really the box I expected that he would put together. And then his box in the UK, I think was like 75 bucks, but well, 75 pounds, right? But anyways, by the time she bought it, had it shipped to the US, and she's up in New York and all of that, it was $175. And I can tell you guys what she got was not worth $175. So it's really disappointing, right? Because we're such an international group anymore, and we have folks from all over that watch our channels, that join the channels, but we forget. I mean, we have some of the same things now, just going from here to Canada, and so you add the big pond to it, and it makes it unreasonable for what's there. But it was interesting. I was excited to see it. Encouraging Joy to go. Say it would have been an adventure. Yeah, this time of year, any travel is an adventure anytime, guys. Let's be honest. Oh, Katrina says my son's family is flying the day after Christmas for the daughter-in-law's family celebration. I just can't imagine. I've flown at Christmas. Interesting enough, the one year we lived in South Carolina, my kids were young. I think my daughter was like kindergarten, so my son was like fourth grade. We ended up deciding to fly from South Carolina to Kentucky because we knew that summer we were taking a big trip to California for other family stuff. And so we wanted the kids to experience the first time flying. We ended up flying Christmas morning, like at 10 a.m. And we get to the airport and all that. At the time, it was US Air. And guys, I'm sorry, I still miss US Air. American will never be US Air. US Air was always great to me. Of course, back then you could get bumped and upgraded because there wasn't millions of you with status trying to do it. That flight was half empty. They ended up bumping us up to first class. So my wife and the two kids get first class treatment and that. And then I'm trying to explain to the kid, this isn't reality, just so you know. This isn't every flight because, going to California, life's going to be much different. But they made it such a memorable and amazing experience. And I never thought about the fact that most folks would rather be there on the 23rd, 24th, that no one really wanted to fly Christmas morning. So it really worked out well for us. Jackie says, do you all remember Snoopy and the Red Baron Christmas Bells by the Royal Guardsmen? Popped into my feed yesterday. It was Dad's favorite song. I'll have to go look at that. I remember Snoopy and the Red Baron and that, but I don't remember the Christmas bells. So I will look that up later because I do like that kind of stuff. Jody says, I'm avoiding crowds. You go, girl. I don't blame you. Not in the least. What else is going on? Becky says she's making Chex Mix. We called it trash as well. Mama Jan says, I'm going to see some of you next week. I'm so looking forward to it and happy to report John is super organized. It will be a great time. Thank you, Mama Jan. We are getting it done, I tell you. It's amazing when you start something 8 months ago and you think you have all this time and it just feels like time is just ticking down. Thank you very much, Zaza. Yes, and by the way, if you have a channel, you should now be able to put exclamation point selfie, and hopefully that's going to work. I did have to reach out to my buddy Sean and ask him how to do that. Had to ask him too how to add the moderators, and he helped me with all of that. But you should be able to put exclamation point selfie in the chat, and that should get you um, get your channel recognized. So hopefully that works because I have not. I just now got that done. All right, so I think I'm almost caught up. So what have I gotten done this week? So I don't know if I showed you all the potato chip quilt or not, but I ended up getting this done for Christmas, right? So this is the potato chip quilt we started a few months ago. A couple of I can't remember if we did this Thanksgiving or Veterans Day. I think we did it Thanksgiving. But anyways, this is the potato chip Christmas quilt I got done. I realized it was much larger. It's a playful quilt. It's got so much on it. I decided I'm going to put this border with it. And so I decided to put a 5-inch border all the way around it and make it trimmed out, cool at the end of the day. And I'm doing that because I text my daughter. My daughter says the great, excuse me, the grandkids absolutely love getting their Halloween quilts out in that. And I thought, you know what? I am going to make this for my granddaughter. It's going to be queen size. She's already in a queen bed at 8 years old. And she thinks she's the queen, let me tell you. Um, but I thought, how cool. I'll get this border on it. We'll get it on the long arm. We'll get it done. But it's for next Christmas. And then the plan is I need to make a Christmas quilt for my grandson. And so that will be their pre-Christmas gifts next year. So now I've just got to figure out. And sadly, I've got some Christmas fabrics, but I don't really have what I consider fun fabrics. And I don't want to do him a potato chip quilt because I did her a potato chip quilt. So I do like to kind of mix it up. So I'll have to figure out. I'll probably end up having to go to the store, heaven forbid, and see if they run Christmas fabric on sale after Christmas and see if I can't get some varieties in that. But I have no idea what pattern I want to do, but I want to make him a queen size as well. So I have to find a pattern and then figure out how much fabric's in that. But I do want something that's playful, kiddish in that. But the fact that they'll only be using it for about a month, right, every year, I'm hoping that they grow up with it. And I hope that it's something that they can hang on to and have into adulthood, especially since they're only using it about 1 month a year, even though they're kids. I know they're going to wear it out, and that's okay. If they do, Papa John hopefully will make them a new one. But I'm excited for that. What else did I get done? Oh, I got my Tula Pink quilt done, guys. And you know me, I have put off doing the Tula Pink, and I am really excited to finally have that done. Hmm. Um, see. We go. Clicking all around today. I have no idea what's going on. All right. So let me get the Tula Pink. So I literally just got this done. I am super excited about it and irritable about it at the same time. I finally got all the corners in that pieced. I got everything lined up so it looks the way it's supposed to, right, when it gets done. So all the squares match, everything's perpendicular or horizontal, whatever you want to say. Only because Mama Jan says that if you're having trouble doing that, you have to pin. So I pinned the stupid thing, so it took me twice as long. And of course, it turned out just perfect. So now it drives me nuts because that means going forward, I'm probably going to have to pin for a while because I definitely can't just stitch it and get it to line up and hold like it should without pinning, but it's okay. I am really excited. This is Tula, so you know you want your Tula to be perfect. It's my actual first Tula, so I was excited to get this done. And guys, look how cool this is. And this is that free pattern that I did from Fat Quarter Shop. So I used the pattern from Fat Quarter Shop to put this together. This was a complete jelly roll from Tula. It used 38 strips. I don't think it used all 42. And then I added white squares to it. And they're not quite 5-inch squares. I think they were 5.5-inch squares. I can't remember now. But, anyways, I really liked this pattern. It was out on Fat Quarter Shop, it was free. And I don't know what made me think to use the Tula. I had just gotten the Tula out of the drawer because it was um, a jelly roll, and I really wanted to get started because Lord knows, guys, I've got so much Tula Pink. I have got to start cutting and doing something. So that's what I am hoping with the new Gray Works is that once a month, or maybe once every other week, or maybe even once every 3 weeks, I would like to do a um, work on the block, right, for that, and see if I can't um, get that going and get that done. So I think that turned out really cool. I am happy with the way that worked out. So I think it is um, going to be great as well. Guys, I'm going to mute you for 1 minute so I can yell at Alexa. Sorry, I set a reminder, and the boyfriend's in the other room taking a nap because I can hear him snoring. So, and Alexa, she's just going to continue to go off if you don't make her stop. Thank you, Joy. I do. I am so excited how it turned out. Nikki says, I find mine turn out better when I pin. I know it just kills me. I just hate taking that time. But I will say, I did go back and get some out of the gifts and opened and pulled out all of my flat pins in that. So I did use all of the flat pins in that and feel I do like those better than the other ones. And I actually pinned more at the intersection, if that's what you want to call it. And I'm sure there's a quilting term, and guys, I don't know it, but high enough where I didn't have to just unpin everything as I was sewing in that, and it just made it work. So I was happy with it. Amanda says, "So cool, John." Thank you, Amanda. Else, Jody says, "Wrap it up and send to North Carolina, please." Yeah, but see, you wouldn't want it until we get done with the because I have really cool Tula backing for it. So we definitely got to get it on the long arm, right? So you'd want us to long arm that before you do. before we send it anywhere. Um, hey, Sally, welcome in. I don't know that I saw you, I think, pop in, but I don't know that I called you out, Sally. Hey, Sally, welcome in. Thanks for being with us. Always fun to have Sally. Oh, so Sally's doing a retreat as well. She says in Southern Cal, that is awesome with farm animals, full meals, sleeping in the same building as sewing. Sounds like she is going to have an amazing time. Thanks, Miss Ingrid. Thanks, Katrina. Oh, Zaza says, I like gluing. When I can, I glue my flying geese instead of pinning. That's an interesting. I am learning to finally glue based the binding that does work for me. I finally, after buying 75 bottles of glue and Elmer's and sticks and everything else, actually found a glue stick that's about the size of a pen that I absolutely love and it works perfect. So I am using that now. And then I'm excited because, as you all know, Lynn gave us in day 8 of the B box, she gave us the what was called the quilt block just for you. So it's a Valentine's quilt block, and she gave us the stuff to go with it. But that's the heart that you get out of when you get all this done. I am excited about doing this. I just for some reason I feel like if I do more paper piecing that's going to help me as well. And I don't know if that's true, but she did give us this, so I am actually going. I do left this sitting out so I could practice and do this, and I'm probably end up maybe making table runners out of this. She only gave us enough to do the one and make a pillow or something. I still have the one from Cole that I did with his lesson, but I definitely want to try this again. So I need to make some copies of this pattern and get this started. And eventually I'll find my niche, right? The problem is I just find more that I want to do and work on than I usually have time for. Jean says, I pin also, nothing wrong with pins. Enjoy the process. Yeah, it's just, I've used clips. I've tried to do it with the clips and everything else. Pinning works for me. And Mama Jan said it would. So it's usually she's always right, which just kills me, guys. Oh, Jody says, no more Tula for me. The stash needs to increase, not decrease. Oh, no, she says, no more Tula for you. I don't know. I love Matula. And interesting enough, I apparently I'm in the I think it's the Pink Door Fabrics group. I'm in their club now. And so, because they just charged my credit card like $300, and then I was trying to figure out the ship date, and they were like, "Oh no, that's the pre-order for the new Tula line coming out in April." So, what is kind of cool the way they set up is you can pick if you want to do fat quarters, half yards, yards, or whatever, and then you automatically get that collection. But they do it as a pre-order. So where I had just gotten the gray works and all that from them, that was actually my order from back in like June, and the one that they just and I just now received it, but they charged my credit card because that's for the new collection coming out in April. So I kind of like that. I don't like the price, I'll be honest, but I do like knowing that I've already got it and I don't have to worry about it. So now the cool thing is just remember, don't order more, John. You already have it. Trina says I like the flat pins better too. Yeah, they seem to just work and resonate with me a whole lot better. So I did not mind using those. As I said, those are Taylor Seville blue pins, and they're fantastic. See, y'all just kill me. See, that's Russ. I'll talk to Russ and be chatting with him about something, via text, and he'll go, "Well, that's such and such fabric, or that's such and such designer." I wish I knew and remembered things like that. I just remember to say, "I like the pretty butterfly fabric." It's about as good as it gets with me. Oh, Nikki says, "I love the glass headbands, but they make me bleed thin and very sharp." Yeah, no. Oh, look at Ingrid. She said, watching me open soft square, she ordered the Advent box for next year. That is probably one of the Advent boxes that I will purchase again. I've enjoyed Lynn. She really drove me batty yesterday, because she gave me a bingo number that we'd already gotten like on day 8. And I'm going back through all my notes. I'm going back watching the old videos. And then she finally posted something to go, oops, I'd already given you all that number. I was like, oh gosh, thought it was me. Jody says Ingrid soft squares give good goodies in their boxes. Look at Jody. So now, Jody, that's at least 2 new subscribers you've given soft squares, right? Because Jody is the one that got me hooked over with Lynn at soft squares, and now Ingrid has subscribed. So I have not purchased the box yet. I didn't realize she had the box available. I knew she was planning to right after Christmas. Mm. Hey, Mary, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Lone Star Quilter. Hey, John, all you wonderful quilters, Crafter. Hey, welcome in from the Lone Star. We appreciate you being here. Kevmarth's here. I missed that. Welcome in, Kevmarth. Thanks for being here this afternoon. It's also this taking your money very early. I totally agree. I don't argue that, but a lot of them do. If you want to get in on the pre-orders and that, they do charge you early. Now, some will charge you a deposit. You pay half now, half later, or something. Um, the key is what I'm learning to do is print those orders and receipts now and keep them so I can check them off as I receive them so I don't forget what John has ordered. Brian says, I don't like pre orders. I get it, but I like knowing that I'm locked in and I've got it, right? Sorry, I think it's the first drink I've had all day today. I've been running so much. As I said, you need to keep an eye on the order book. Yes, I did realize that this year. Yes, I agree. Lynn should do something special for Miss Joydy. She has helped support that channel definitely, and help support and promote that box for her. So, and Lynn's just, when you talk about Mr. Fix It, you talk about Lynn, you talk about that whole group. It's just, it's a fun business to support. And I'm not taking away anything from Missouri Star and the others. I don't at this point plan to get Missouri Star. I think the box at Missouri Star this year is far better than the last couple of boxes, but also, right, they're trying to reach a broader audience in that. So there are things in that box that just don't appeal to me, where Lynn has kept hers more quilting focused, not handwork and other things in there. And at the same time, I like supporting Lynn, a smaller business, and it's been nice to see her reach out and support other businesses. Just something as simple as the cookies that she gave us with her logo, came from another small bakery that I think actually she said actually works out of her house and that. But Lynn tried to help support other small businesses as part of her box and part of her growing, which is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people don't look and think of it that way. So I think that was nice that she did that for us. Oh, see, look at Joy go. You can order the 26 pre-box now with a $50 deposit. Make payments throughout the year. Just needs to be paid by July. Great deal. Yeah, and because the others don't offer that. I think Missouri Star, right? You can pay half and then half, and of course their box isn't as expensive. I think it's like 175, 180. But I do like I really did like Lynn's box overall. Hey, Tasha, welcome in. We just talked about you earlier in your unboxing of Adam So's Advent box this year. Jackie says, I don't do Tula pre-orders, only buy Tula for the girls as they change their minds frequently. I get that, but I am so hooked on Tula and the quality and that her line has. I have to have it. I will tell you, I did just get some new fabrics in for my Etsy store. I am an Cloud9 distributor now as well, and we're adding some of the Cloud9 into the Etsy store in that. And that organic cotton fabric that they use is just amazing. Yeah, and they also do a lot with Art Deco and with the mid-century modern. So they actually have an entire line around Frank Lloyd Wright. So it just really screams out to me. But then when you feel the quality of the fabric in that, it's just like, wow, just amazing. So I'm excited about that. I have yet to work with the fabric. I have not done any of the projects with that, but I do plan to do that soon. Um, Kefmarth says, who is Lynn? So Lynn is the owner over at softsquares.com. So it's SOFT squares.com. She's based in Utah, and her and her husband, I think it's her sister, Jordy would know for sure, because they're just genuine, great people. But Lynn does her own Advent box, Christmas box. She actually has two different ones. You can do a 12-day or 25-day. So Lynn is just a fun person to help support. So as I said, I really like the personalized hanger. And it was interesting enough because Mr. Fixit called me and wanted to know that there was going to be a personal gift in the box. And did I have a preference or how did I want it? And I said, no, I want John. And so I had no idea what they were personalizing. So it was kind of cool when I got that. And so now, right, so just now I got to get the project done to be able to use that hanger. Well, we'll get there. Oh, Kevmar said, "Is your Etsy store the same?" No, actually, it's not. So interesting enough, and I plan to do a video in the first of the year, but the Etsy store itself is called Pride, Pride, Proud Designs. So it actually was the first thing that we did. The Etsy store is going on 5 years old, and we started that when we were doing just the wreaths, and folks were asking to buy the wreaths, and we started the Etsy store that way. The channel and Geistcraft 2 evolved later. And so we just never went back and updated the Etsy store because my business license, everything is under Pride Proud Designs. But the link is actually below if you're interested in just seeing what is over there. So just a lot of craziness going on. One of the things I did want to work on is I really want to start doing a Villa Rosa pattern out of their new collection. So in January, one night, I will actually probably record and work on a new Villa Rosa pattern. Believe it or not, the one that I decided that I really want to work on is called Caledonia. And I don't think they put the most flattering picture on the front, but that's what they did, and it is what it is. But I actually have the collection of Andover fabrics that I bought in the rainbow collection, and I am actually going to use part of these fabrics, I think, to actually make this. I actually bought these because of Matthew over at Mixed Domestic, and fell in love with these patterns and doing the rainbow in that. But I don't know, although I have the entire fat quarter collection, I think I want to divvy them up more. This pattern itself takes 10 fat quarters, finishes out 46 by 56 with a binding at a half yard. So it's 10 fat quarters where this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. looks like 27 back quarters. So this was a pretty big fabric line when it was released. I'm not sure how I'm going to divvy it up. I also see this quilt being probably bigger than it is, but I really like um, that you get a large sampling of the one against it. And if you could see the example on the back, it really does tell you that this is a great way to go about it. So even though I'll end up mixing up this line somewhat, I think it just makes sense. So we'll see. I need to break it open and really look at that. But that's one of the things that I'm working on. I still have this one, this tapestry that we bought at the show up in Pine Top in Payson a while back. It's from Mad Bees, which is a quilt shop here in the Phoenix area. They are the ones that wrote this pattern and published it. I have all the pieces cut. I just need to now set and get that all put together. But that is the fabric that I chose to do this pattern with. I've got all the rows laid out. It was up on the design wall for a while. Now it's getting dusty because it's been sitting here a couple of weeks. But I've got that one ready. I've got another one that's in the purples and blues that I got ready that I wanted to work on for. Actually, I picked that pattern specifically because it was AccuQuilt. I love the colors that AccuQuilt showed. Actually went and had to go buy the blue, buy some of the fabrics to even make that. Got it all cut, never got it together, and the plan was to actually use that to enter that in the quilt show coming up in February. And needless to say, that's not going to happen. But I would like to work on that. Mm. Kevmar said, "Whoops, dinner sees you all. Sees you soon. Merry Christmas." Jody says, "Brian, you already are on the list. You made the Christmas tree faint. Timber. Crazy." What else? I don't forget we've got the holiday quilting bee coming up. So that's going to be Christmas morning. If you're able to join us for 10 minutes, 3 hours, whatever, you're just an important part of our family. We enjoy having you. I appreciate each of you being on, especially week after week after week with me. Means a lot. And so I hopefully you'll be able to join. I need to go pull some prizes in that. I have no idea what I'm going to get together for that quilting bee, but we will figure out a couple of cool things to share and in the year with. We will not be doing one for New Year's Eve. I didn't do one last year. Stitch in Heaven, several folks do. So Katie over at the Greenland Quilter has will be doing something New Year's Eve as well. So there's a lot of folks that already had that space kind of taken. So I decided not to do one last year. And with our own retreat this year, we won't have time. Wouldn't be able to do one anyways. So look for us on Christmas Day. Look for me tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it takes for me to unwrap the Bella Rose gifts. I have not seen anyone else do that. I know, I know a lot of folks have already finished opening the gifts, right? Because it was the 12 days. So some people started on the 13th, some started December 1st. Yeah, it's just a matter of where you fall into. I decided to wait and just do it. And I decided to just do it as a live since I'm going to be off. Russ will be working, but I will be off tomorrow. So I can say that because Russ just got back from a cruise and Russ has been off a couple of weeks that I had to work. So but I am really ready for some downtime. I would like to think the employees can mind themselves and not go crazy for the next 2 weeks. So I tell you guys, the last couple of weeks at work has just been too crazy. Sally says um, her guy's going to be with her, and he takes priority as he should. So we will miss you, but we will think about you. Oh, Lone Star said Katie's doing her 12-hour live. I thought so. I remember she did a 12-hour, and I thought it was New Year's Day. I couldn't remember. Um, I tell you what, I don't see how she does it, but more power to her. I am very happy. She's She does a great job, but that's just a long time, let me tell you. Oh, Amanda says, I'll be hosting a sit and stitch New Year's Eve via Zoom. Link will be in the channel tomorrow, open to all. That is awesome. Thank you, Amanda. And you should be able to hit exclamation point selfie, and it should drop your channel in our chat. I think I got that set up. Sean told me, but of course I can't test it, right? So we shall see. Tasha says it's a big wish about people being good. Yes, let me tell you, has been for sure. Jody's asking Lone Star what time it starts. I don't know. I think we're very fortunate. I was watching Ian earlier today. He always cracks me up, and I was watching him and who else? Becca, right? The other day, I actually caught them on a replay, and the two of them together are just dangerous, right? But I love when Ian gets tickled. I love when he just enjoys he just enjoys life, right? And he seems so much happier now that he's out in Virginia. I know he was a great guy in Texas. I know, I think he liked Texas and that, but you can tell he's really kind of hitting his stride out there in Virginia. So I'd love to be able to meet with them sometime. One trip when I go out. I'd love to see Sean, and I'm jealous that all of you are going to be at QuiltCon in February, but not enough that I'm going to hop on a flight and fly clear across the country for way, way too much money. But maybe Atlanta. I know we won't be doing, absolutely won't be doing Raleigh, and I like Raleigh, guys. In fact, flying here, I used to fly in and out of Raleigh all the time because at the time I lived over in Lynchburg, Virginia, and for us, Lynchburg is such a small airport. You always had to go to Charlotte. You always had to go to, I could go to Roanoke, but yet again, it was usually Charlotte or Atlanta. You had more choices going over to Roanoke as far as getting out of the state. But I could drive a couple hours down to Raleigh and get a direct flight on Southwest to Phoenix. So I did that for a while until I'll be honest, got tired of the cattle call. Um, really ended up missing American and some of the others when it comes to organization and that. It just A1 through 30, A31 through 60 just didn't work for me. And plus, it irritated me when people would have B12 and jump in and say, well, you don't care that I'm getting in front of you. You're A28. But I'm like, well, we're A's, you're B's. It was like, so now that they're assigning seats, I may consider flying Southwest again, but I don't know. If at all cost, I would avoid getting on an airplane ever. But to get across from West Coast to East Coast, you really just don't have a choice. I don't have the time to be able to drive all that distance because if I could, I'll be honest, I'd almost rather just sit in the car. But I don't know, just crazy. Hey guys, we're at the top of the hour. I have no idea. I just went on and on. I hope you all have had an amazing weekend. I hope you all have got caught up on a lot of lives this weekend. Like I said, I will be on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Arizona time. If you're able to join, that is amazing. If you're not, I completely understand. I hope you all have a great week ahead of you. I hope you're ready for the old St. Nick guy to show up Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. If you're not, you need to get ready because ready or not, he is coming at us. But how cool is that? That Christmas is here and what an exciting time of the year. So, guys, thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for giving me an hour of your time. Hope the week ahead of you is special. And as always, until next time, happy crafting.